Have you ever been to a dry wedding? Can you think of a better way to say fuck you to friends and family? Can you? It's fucking ridiculous, right? I went to a dry wedding recently. I got hammered. They said, speak now or forever hold your peace. I stood up and I was like, white dress? Ha! She's had more dick than American Bandstand. Come on, right? It was my cousin's wedding, right? I was asking him the night before. I was like, dude, weren't you nervous to propose? And he goes, no, man, I wasn't nervous. I knew what she was going to say. I'm like, that's a big question, even bigger answer. What if she says yes, right? Anytime you propose to a woman, buffalo wings and diamond rings have the exact same effect on a woman, right? She gets one look at the ring. It's like the buffalo sauce hit her face. She gets one look at the ring. Oh my God, yes! Yes, I will marry you! Do you have any ranch? Maybe some celery? What if she says no? That's gonna be even more awkward. Here's how awkward that is. One time I was screwing around with a girl. I was rounding third, right? She asked me a very embarrassing question. I didn't know how to respond, so I was like, what? No? But we both knew that I had farted, right? Like it was really embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. I'll tell you this, I don't know who came up with the practice of getting down on one knee and begging for a woman to marry you. All right, I get begging for forgiveness, and I understand begging for sex, but I'm not gonna beg for celibacy and joint checking. That's where I draw the fucking line, you know what I mean? Here's how I'm gonna propose. I'm gonna go up to my girl with a ring in hand, I'm gonna grab it, I'm gonna toss it to her, and I'm gonna say, hey, good for you, all right? You should be proud of yourself. I know you're excited. Go ahead and call your mother, right? That's damn. Sometimes I talk to her about getting engaged. Oh yeah, you can clap for it. I'm incredibly talented. You guys can do that. That's fine. Sometimes I talk to her about getting her a diamond. She goes, sweetheart, I don't need a diamond. I have you. You're my diamond. She's like, yeah, right. But that's not where the sentence ends, right? She goes, you're my diamond in the rough. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? She goes, oh, easy. What that means is right now you're a big, fat, ugly lump of coal, and after I crush your spirit, you're going to be the diamond I deserve. Right? Right? Until I want a bigger one. Right? I don't know. Main reason I'm scared of getting engaged is because a lot of my friends have been married for a while. They've been serving for about 3 to 5. And they say after 3 years, the sex stops. Which got me thinking, I guess that's why they call it asking for her hand. Right? Yeah. You're telling me the mouth is closed and she's shut down Pound Town? Well, I do believe 3 years ago I asked for your hand. You said yes. Now grip it and rip it, bitch. Right? Come on. Here's the advice my dad gave me about the birds and the bees. He deemed I was a man one day when I beat him in Monopoly. That's when you're a man in my family, apparently, is when you win in Monopoly. And he goes, Zach, I guess you can learn about the birds and the bees right now. It's a lot like this game, right? Men and women, it is not apples to apples. To this day, I do not understand the operation. Women ask you all sorts of questions, every single category they can think of, like Trivial Pursuit, and it's going to put your brain in a boggle. It's going to scrabble you up there. You're not going to have a clue what to say. Some topics are taboo. It's not worth the risk in taking to answer these questions, okay? You're going to be a grown man. Connect 4. It's not going to be any Candyland, okay? I'm sorry, you don't need that trouble in your game of life, okay? Word of advice, watch out for the hungry hippos, okay? She's got a chess, check hers out, then get her a gin rummy and sink that battleship in her mousetrap. Yahtzee. Yeah. I was like, Dad, 2 things. That was so cheesy, right? And 2, it's 1997. No one on the block plays board games anymore. We're all playing video games. And he says, Zach, if you're playing video games, you should get real used to playing a game called Uno. So, you guys have been a lot of fun. My name's Zach Martina. Thank you. Let's get Brian B back up here.
I think this is interesting. I think it's interesting how some guys whistle at pretty girls, and those girls carry whistles because of those guys. Very interesting. I'm not in a band. I'm not in a band, but if I was, I think I'd name it Have You Seen This Child? I just feel like with a name like that, people are more prone to accept your flyers. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, have you seen this child? We're pretty good. I have a charity myself, if you guys are interested. We collect can openers for the homeless. We pick up where the other charities leave off. You can find us online at ican'topenthисwithmyteeth.org. The statistics are crazy. Exactly 0% of homeless people have a kitchen drawer. So, if a grandfather clock was really a grandfather clock, every hour on the hour it would say something vaguely racist. That's what mine does. So. I wear a lot of flannel because I'm pretty butch for a lady. I do though, I wear a lot of flannel. My friend was like, Brad, the 90s called, and I said, I know, they don't text. Guys are fun. If you draw a baby, on an Etch-a-Sketch, then can you shake it? Should never have sex at Olive Garden. When you're there, you're family. You think a turkey ever saw a peacock and was like, faggot? Birds can't talk. So. Never know you're gonna meet. You never know you're gonna meet. Like the other day, I saw an old man standing alone in the park, and I asked him what he was doing. And it turns out, in the early 60s, he was abandoned during a game of freeze tag. So I touched him, I said, "You're unfrozen." And he died immediately. Someone's groaning like that was a real guy. I've never heard of fiction. I have a girlfriend and she comes to a lot of these shows and I write a lot of weird jokes. So she challenged me to write a joke about owls wearing pants. And I thought of one, so I'm going to do the joke. Can you imagine if owls wore pants? Who? More like, what? Some of you think that's funny. Some of you think that's stupid. Some of you thinking that guy has a girlfriend? Owls are like my favorite animal. Owls are the only creature that can lock eyes while doing it doggy style. Are we all picturing it? It's a mess. I think the thing we can all take away from the Lincoln assassination is if you wear a top hat to a theater, the people behind you will lose their shit. Whenever someone farts, they always say, "Excuse me," but they never actually walk away. After you fart, you might as well say, "Hope that's cool with you." I may or may not be speaking from experience, but sleepwalking and morning wood is the best combination for ruining Christmas. I saw a new Superman movie this summer. Saw a Superman movie, and in the movie they had Superman as a little boy running around the yard in a cape. Who is he pretending to be? That's kind of arrogant if you think about it. Like, Clark, who do you want to be when you grow up? Probably me. Dragons breathe fire. It'd be fun watching one try to cool down soup. I did that joke at a show one time, and this guy came up to me afterward and he said, "That joke you do about dragons?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "If fire doesn't burn a dragon's mouth, why would soup?" I said, "That's funny, I'm going to use that." All right, I'm Brad Wenzel. Thank you so much.
I woke up the other day in my apartment and the internet was not working. I didn't know what the problem was. I made sure my computer was both turned on and plugged in, because that's all the technical knowledge I know. It turns out the next door neighbors moved away. So I'm broke. When I eat my Chef Boyardee, I like to eat it out of the can with the spoon at room temperature, because why would you dress up poverty?
You guys want to hear a joke that my wife hates?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, they say, if you love something, set it free. Apparently, my ass loves farts. Huh? Huh? My wife hates that joke, and I know she does because I workshopped it with her, right? I was like, how about this joke? She's like, that joke is stupid. And I was like, all right, well, what if it rhymes, okay? Maybe sometimes that'll help. What if my ass loves gas? She goes, that's even more stupid. And seeing as my wife really doesn't sound like an effeminate gay man, but that's the only other voice I can do, aside from a strip club DJ, right? Which would be a lot different of a conversation. It'd be like, oh, my ass loves gas. Well, that joke didn't work at all, but you know what does work? Amber. She works hard for her money. She hated that joke too. I'm on a roll, guys. We're on a roll here. I was on a computer the other day and I was doing some work, just minding my own business, right? Doing some work. And I have my own computer, and my wife has her own computer. In fact, it's in a separate room in our house, behind a door, and I'm not allowed to touch it. Apparently she thinks I'm going to do something weird with a computer, and to be honest with you guys, look at me. I'm going to do something weird to a computer, so good on her, right? Well, I had to use it, I had to go into her room, and I had to get to the computer. And I go and I type in the URL, www. And you know how sometimes it'll autofill where you've been recently and let you kind of know where to get back to, make it quick and simple and easy. Again, I need to remind you guys, this was my wife's computer. So I type in www. And it autofills. Like, you know how sometimes you find out something about the person that you love, that'll sort of bring you closer together. Maybe something strange, a little weird, you know, like, I don't know, you both find out you like watching people get kicked in the nuts, or Christianity, or something, you know, whatever. Just something brings you closer together, right? Whatever. It's a surprise sometimes for people, I guess. I don't know. So I click, right, and it, www.wetv.com. What is happening in my house? Right, and more importantly, why aren't I involved, right? Right? That's all I really care about, right? I'm like, what's going on in this room without me? So I'm here by myself. I'm going to click on this. We're going to see what happens, folks. Let's strap in and go. So I click on the link, and it pulls up a window that says, congratulations, you've been entered to win a dream home from womensentertainmenttelevision.com. See, that's WETV.com, right? Yeah, see, as it turns out, I was just reading what I wanted to read, right? And I talked to my wife later when she got home. I was like, what's the deal with this website? And she's like, oh, it's super great. I was going to win us this dream home. And I was like, hey, you know what's super great? This was a dream home when I thought you were watching porn. So thanks for ruining my dreams. Yeah, thanks a lot. All right, guys, that's it for me. That's my time. Thank you so much. Laugh Fest.
Like, I think marijuana should be legal for a lot of reasons. Big reason is medical reasons. Because you don't know what could happen. You know, I could get cancer, I could get glaucoma, I could get tired of dealing with shit. I want marijuana to be legal for me if that happened. So it'd be pretty great. You got sick with something, you went to the doctor. Doctor's like, yeah, you're pretty messed up. We got the perfect thing for that. It's called the chronic. Just take that down to the pharmacist, get that filled out. Go take it to the pharmacy, fill it all out for you. Go, you owe us a copay, sir. You'd say, that's cool. I got 5 on it. It's the kind of world I want to live in, folks. Probably didn't expect a Looney's reference out of me, but you got one. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I've never smoked marijuana ever in my life. I like to keep the temple clean, as I'm sure you guys can tell. I think that surprises some people, but I've never wanted to do it, never felt the need to, and I don't look like a guy who needs the munchies, do I, folks? I don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Like, I got a problem with that as it is. Like, sometimes I want pizza so bad that if I don't have money to go out and buy it, I'll find ways to fashion it out of stuff laying around the house. I'll be like, I don't have any money. I really want pizza. I got English muffins, Kraft slices, and ragu. That's pizza, right? That's pizza, right? Anybody else do those English muffin poverty pizzas when they were coming up? Yeah, a couple people. It's a big part of my childhood. That was an important thing for me, because it taught me things. Like, you know, ingenuity, building something out of nothing. Help my imagination. Say they were legit awful, but you'd pretend they were good. Take a bite out of them and be like, I'm walking the streets of Florence up in this piece. This poverty pizza. Yeah. You know, even though I never smoked marijuana, it's always been an interesting thing to me. You know, it's interesting to me that we have an illegal thing that gets better all the time, but we can't do that with legal things like corn and wheat. I don't know why we can't. I don't know why we don't have super corn, folks. I don't know. But I think if we wanted to make corn better, all we'd have to do is make it illegal. I think it would be an adjustment at first. Some people would really want corn. They wouldn't be able to get it unless they knew a guy who knew a guy that'd give them some corn. They're like, hey man, it's the weekend. I was hoping you could hook me up. Give me some Redenbacher, wanted to pop that shit off. And no kernels in it this time, I'm serious. Like, no, I can't get you that. I get you some Nebraska yellow. It's choice. It's choice. I think that's how that would work. Now, maybe some of you are afraid to come out publicly and say you support marijuana legalization because I'm the one talking about it. Like this guy up on the stage, he could be a narc from Lansing out here to ruin our fun at Sunday Night Funnies.
Are you?
Yeah. No. Don't worry. I'll set your fears at ease. So I'm 98% sure that I'm not a cop. 98%. I have to give a little bit of doubt. Because one time, I took a class. It's a comprehensive 2-week course called DARE. At the end of that class, I got a little badge with my name on it. I'm not sure if that made me a cop. I'm not sure. I know I haven't been good at it for 20 years. I don't have any busts on my record. My precinct's pretty corrupt, too. That was a problem. But I think if taking DARE did make me a cop, I'd be the cop at the elementary school who played by his own rules. None. I'm getting called into the principal's office every day to be like, "Damn it, Sievert, you're a loose cannon out there." Like, "Yeah, that's because I get results, Chief. Put me back out there." I'm serious, you beat up that kid in the bathroom the other day. "Yeah, but he was shooting up in there, I had to stop that." That was insulin, he did that to live. Can't go hitting kids like that. "Well, I didn't know that, Chief. I hope he gets better, but he shouldn't have mouthed off like that. That's all I'm saying." Like, "Pat, if you don't straighten up, you're wearing a sash doing crosswalk duty." "You can't do that, Chief. I'm the best cop you got. I'm a damn good cop. You need me out there on the playground. My partner got hit with a dodgeball last week. He was one recess away from retirement. Put me back out there." That's how I think that would go.
I've been trying to go on a lot more dates this year. I've been making a concerted effort. I've gone on a few so far. I was on a date with a girl, and we were walking around downtown, and I felt a real connection with this girl. Like, we had a little fun thing going, because we said the same thing to decline a homeless guy money. We said, "Sorry, man, I don't carry cash." Same exact thing, same exact time. So she said, "Jinx, buy me a Coke." Which is when I realized she was a gold digger. And I left. So my dad taught me Coca-Cola is a gateway gift. It's the marijuana of gift giving. Because the next thing you know, it's going to be Jinx, you owe me dinner and a movie. And then Jinx, you owe me a weekend in Traverse City. And then Jinx, you owe me an abortion. A little dirty for that show. I'm sorry. That's all right. It's all right, you guys. I have been trying to go on more dates. I was on a date with another girl, and was trying to impress this one, and we were at a fancy Italian restaurant. And while we were eating, there was a guy walking around playing the accordion. And I watched the guy, and it struck me that has got to be one of the worst jobs in the world. Because that guy got the same 2 requests the whole night. "That's amore," and "shut the fuck up." Felt kind of bad for the guy. But it has been pretty tough. I have gotten dates, like I said, but it's been pretty tough. Because like when I was younger, girls would say really nice things like, "Oh, I like that you have a dimple," or "I like that you're tall." But most of the girls have been saying, "You know, I don't mind that you're balding." Even when they say that they don't mind it, most of the time the next thing they say is, "Have you ever thought about wearing a hat?" Nice ball cap, anything like that? No, I don't like wearing hats. I don't like wearing a hat because I don't think any guy who is losing his hair should wear a hat, because it looks like you're covering something up. You know, it's deceiving. Trying to make it look better. Same reason I don't think women should wear push-up bras. It's deceiving. Ladies, it's deceiving. And in both cases, when it comes off, someone's going to be disappointed. And work with what you got, ladies. But no push-up bras, but yoga pants, go crazy. Big fan of yoga pants. I like what we've done with the yoga pants over the past 10 years or so. In fact, I think that's why we haven't made it to the moon again, or to Mars or anything, because we've had our best engineers working on how to get it to lift and separate. Good work, gentlemen. Jeez. It's good, guys. It's good. But I have had some, like I said, I've had some dates. I've also had really good dates. Specifically, one really good date. I got laid, folks. I got laid. Thank you. Thank you. I was pretty happy about it. I got laid. I was raised somewhat religious, though, so there are times, like, there was a time where I felt a little bit guilty. You know, like what am I doing here? But I realized that I had a pass with this particular girl because she had a Bible verse tattooed right on her hip, and spent a lot of time down by her hips because I'm a giver. Ladies, a giver. Don't appreciate that, I guess. That's all right. I spent a lot of time down there, so I was able to remember the verse, and I looked it up the next day. And I'd like to share it with you guys right now. I will. Don't worry, man. I will. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider that I have made this my own, but this one thing I do, forgetting about those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are ahead. You guys, that is the most clever way a girl has ever told me she wants to anal. Tip of the cap, my lady. You have to know your shit for that. That was really good. Really, really good. But I realized after that whole thing, I don't need that anymore. I need to grow up. I need to act more my age. Do things people my age are doing. So that's another thing I've been working on. The first thing I did was I rearranged my living room. I think that's what guys my age are doing. And what I learned is that when you organize your living space based upon its orientation with the earth, it's called feng shui. Anybody heard of feng shui? Yeah. What I also realized is that when you rearrange your living space while on mushrooms, it's called fungi shui. I do not recommend it. No idea what I did.
How many of you have been online dating? Oh, come on, I recognize about 6 of you right now. Don't give me that, come on. Remember that picture you took, the selfie, the shower behind you? You need to change your shower curtain. It's got mildew all over it. You guys stop taking selfies in the bathroom mirror, all right? There's all kinds of shit behind you that we don't want to see. And if I wanted to inherit another house to clean, believe me, it wouldn't be that one. And you've got to understand what you're putting us women through. We do a lot of extra things for it, okay? Now, who here is over 50 and wears glasses? Women? Women? Oh my gosh. Did you ever try to pluck your eyebrows wearing glasses? Yes, you take them off, you still have the line of the glasses where you forgot, because you can't get those hairs. It's horrible. You know why they make the hairs a little thicker as you get older, women? Because you can't see the goddamn things. I'm sorry, but if they're thicker and bigger, you can find them now without your glasses. You guys aren't even... Wait till you get old. Your boobs are going to fall, and when you lay on your back, they're going to look like 2 fried eggs in the pan. You think it's funny? You have sex on top, you don't want to put your head down and look at him because your gels are going to come forward. Freak him out. He doesn't know who you are. Like one of those blobs that come, you can't. You lay on your back, and then you got the fried eggs in the pan. What are you supposed to do? Go on your side, then it all flops over here? You have one big boob that comes to the side? 2 nipples? This is not attractive. But I understand, guys, anything's attractive as long as your eyes are closed and they can feel. It's true.